Welcome to yet another Cloud Safari series. In this video, we'll explore the fundamentals of Azure DevOps and set up a basic CI/CD pipeline to deploy a Node.js application. If you are new to DevOps practices, this tutorial will guide you with essential knowledge and practical steps to get started with Azure DevOps. Starting with what Azure DevOps is. Azure DevOps is a comprehensive suite of development tools and services designed to support the entire software development lifecycle process, right from planning and development to testing and deployment. Designed by Microsoft, it aims to enable teams to collaborate more effectively, automate the workflows, and deliver better quality software faster. The core components of Azure DevOps include Azure Boards, Azure Repos, Azure Artifacts, Azure Test Plans, Azure Pipelines. The key features and benefits of Azure DevOps are continuous integration and continuous deployment. We can automate the building, testing, deployment of application to ensure quick and reliable releases. Version control. We can use Git repositories to manage code version, collaborate with team members, and track changes over time. Project management. We can plan and track work using agile tools such as Kanban and backlogs to ensure efficient project management. Testing. We can conduct testing with integrated test plans, manual and automated testing, and continuous feedback loop. Artifact management. We can manage and share packages, dependencies, and other artifacts to streamline the development process. Let's move on to the Azure DevOps demo. First, you have to sign up for Azure DevOps account, and within Azure DevOps account, you have to create an organization. Within organization, we can create various DevOps projects. So I'll start by creating a new project within Azure DevOps. Provide a name. I'm setting the visibility to private and then creating a new project. So this is the Azure DevOps project dashboard where you can see various components of Azure DevOps such as Azure Boards, Azure Repos, Azure Pipeline, Azure Test Plans, Azure Artifacts. Starting with Azure Boards. So this is a project management tool. It helps team to plan and track work across the development process. Here you can create new work items such as epic issues and tasks and assign it across the team members. You can basically view backlogs, set sprints, and delivery plans, etc. Azure Repos. Azure Repos is a version control tool which can be used to manage the code. You can push an existing repository from a command line or import a repository. Azure Pipeline. Azure Pipeline allows users to test, build, and deploy code automatically. Azure Test Plan. Azure Test Plan allows user to create test plan and perform test cases within the pipeline. Then Artifacts. Artifacts supports various package formats including NPM, Maven, Python, and Universal packages. These artifacts simplify the building process. To successfully deploy our application to Azure Web App, we have to set up a connection string in our project setting to successfully connect our Azure DevOps and Azure Web App portal. So let's go to project setting. Within here, we can see service connection. We create a service connection. For this, we're gonna select Azure Resource Manager. So there are various identity type. For this demonstration, I'm gonna select on app registration. This app registration you can set up in Azure portal and you can provide credentials here. For credential, I'm gonna select secret, and from your Azure portal app registration, you can provide subscription ID, client ID, and tenant ID and client secret to successfully connect your Azure DevOps to Azure Web App portal. Here I have provided all the secrets necessary, and I'm gonna save this connection string. Now later you are going to reference this into your YAML file to successfully deploy your application to Azure portal. So for this demo purpose, I'll not be using any Azure pods. So starting with Azure Repos, so I'll directly start with importing an repository from my GitHub. So you have to provide authentication for Azure Repos to import your repository from the GitHub. So let's import it. So our sample application is successfully imported in our Azure Repos. Deploy this sample application using Azure Pipeline to Azure Web App. So for the demo purpose, I've already created Azure Web App within Azure portal. So let's create a pipeline. So our code is within Azure repos. So Azure Pipeline provides you with various templates based on your application and where you want to deploy it. So for this purpose, I'll be starting with Azure Starter Pipeline. It provides a basic template and I'll be customizing it based on my need. So let's remove this and start. Here trigger is set main. So whenever there is any changes in main branch of the repository, the pipeline will be triggered. So next we define variables which can be referenced throughout our application. Since our application is deployed on Azure Web App, so we provide the Azure Web App name and Azure subscription for our application to reference later. So next is stages. We can define various stages within the pipeline. So first stage will focus on building the application. It includes installing dependencies and archiving the build artifacts. Stage name, let's provide build. Next is we can also provide display name. Build stage. Stages, we can have different jobs. The one job will be to build the application, and next we'll set as archiving the artifacts. And job, let's put builds. Display name, build. So next is pool. It defines environment where our application will run. Then Microsoft provides us with default agent pool, that is VM image. You can specify as Ubuntu latest. So next we install Node.js and install dependencies for the application. Task is to install then we provide imports. Within imports we provide the versions. That will be so to install dependency we define script. Script is to next task is to archive files. Let's provide imports. So where we want to store our archive files. I provided root folder as provided root folder name, archive type and archive file, and I've included a flag replace existing archive set as true. Now let's upload the file to staging directory. So next we define deploy stage. I provided display name. It depends on previous stage build and it only runs if previous build stage is succeeded. So here let's define jobs now. Deployment display, we provided display name and environment, and pool environment pool same as above. So now let's specify deployment strategy. Now we define steps to deploy our application to Azure Web App. Task. Display name. No. Let's provide imports to deploy our application to Azure Web App. provide various inputs, Azure subscription, referencing it from variable above. App type we have set as Azure Web App Linux, then app name again referencing it from variables above. Runtime stack is Node.js, and then package we are providing the artifact we have zipped above. Then to start our application, the main command is node index.js, which will start our application. Now let's save and run this pipeline. I'm going to commit directly to main branch, which will trigger our pipeline to run. Now our pipeline has started running. The build job is completed. Now for deployment, we have to give permission manually. Then our deployment has started. We can see our pipeline has successfully run, and now we'll check the default domain of Azure Web App. This is the default domain of Azure Web App, and where we can see our sample to-do application. And we can see that our application is successfully running.
So that's it for today. I hope this video was really helpful for you. If it is helpful, don't forget to give a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about cloud related topics and DevOps related topics in future, you can subscribe to our channel and stay tuned to our Cloud Safari series. Thank you. Bye bye.